Tahun Memperkasa Wanita 2018 akan menyerlahkan potensi wanita merentasi segenap sektor. Kita akan memastikan usaha kolaborasi yang berterusan bagi meningkatkan pencapaian dan memberi manfaat kepada wanita Malaysia. Wanita Gemilang #TMW18.
In the public sector, because 30% is a target. It's not, the target is not actually set by us in Malaysia, but it's United Nations. It was during the Beijing Declaration. They set a 30%. So in Malaysia, for the public sector, we are like 35%. But again, that figure fluctuates because there are times there'll be a lot of women getting into the position, you know, JUSA, KSU, you know, as, you know, the Secretary General, as Director General, so we have very nice figure. But there are times the figure comes down. But as I said, we are above 30% in the public sector.
The government's goal of that.
Yes, but Nizam is in the private sector, of which we are lagging a bit, but at the same time, I'm still working on it. I believe in persuasive approach. Even though some came and asked me, you know, you have been on this persuasive approach for a couple of years. Why not mandatory, like the Nordic countries? Yeah, I'm speculating with the idea, but when it comes to like mandatory, you know, Nizam, there will be punitive action. You know, I have to do the enforcement and there'll be fines, that kind of thing.
It's like you have to carry a ruler and say, you know.
I know, but I still prefer on the persuasive approach. I think we women, we're quite good at that.
I'm Anna Teo. People call me the Durian Queen. Well, I'm just an ordinary durian seller. Okay, thank you for having me today. I'm actually quite nervous because usually I have a lot of talks, but not to pretty ladies here, but always with a man with singlet and shorts and slippers. Why? Because this is my job. My job to encourage the farmer to plant more durian in order for us to export. So my first attempt into Australia was very, initial was successful, but during the 1 year period when there's no return of orders, I was very sad. I thought that this thing is going to call off. Fortunately, there was a call before Christmas. Someone called me and said, my buyer called me and said, Anna, I need the second order of the durian. That tells me I got into the right market, the right commodity. So I tell myself, if you want to do it, I will make sure Malaysian durian must be in the international, global world, worldwide.
My favorite, coffee. Coffee, of course, you can sell it as the green bean, you can sell it as the roasted bean, you can sell it as white coffee, very popular in Malaysia. But now we teach the women specialty coffee. We've trained people to become cuppers. Some of them, like in Africa, it's quite sad. They just grow the crop, they don't even know what it tastes like. In Malaysia, I know you're split between coffee and tea, but for farmers to know what the market wants, they have to know what their coffee tastes like. So it's quite simple, teaching them, this is Malaysian coffee, this is Indonesian, this is Philippine, and this is Costa Rica. What's Costa Rica? Oh, that's another place, you know. And farmers are like, hey, it smells like my coffee. I said, I know, but that's in Latin America. And you smell this is Ethiopia. You know, just appreciating that they're not the only ones making this coffee. That it's in Africa, it's in India, it's in Latin America. So we make them smell and taste different kinds of coffee. Now this one, I don't know if you're familiar or if you even, I know you eat chili crab, but you know the thing on the shell? It's like caviar and it's so sinful, it's full of cholesterol. and you put it on hot rice. Very good. Yeah, you can imagine. Or you put it in pasta. So this lady, in one of our training sessions said, I'm making this crab paste, but I only make it from January to some month, May. I said, why? Oh, because after that, I don't have a freezer and it's going to spoil. I said, a freezer? A freezer costs like $200. You know? So we gave them a freezer and now they have crab paste all year round. Small change, small difference, but it gave the community renewed hope. And I took her to our cafe, because Echo Store is a cafe and a market, and I let her watch our chef do it with pasta. And she said, that can't be my product. There's a chef handling it. And I said, that is your paste. We bottled it, we put a mark, and now we sell it to people who want to do pasta. And now she has a sustainable business in her community.
We decided to turn our retail into wholesale, where we apply for wholesale license and we only have got 5 staff. And as time goes by, you know, we're very happy, and this is an industry which is economic proof, recession proof they call it. Whether it is recession or not, you still need to take medication, okay? And some people capitalize it as making money out of other people's agony. So those who are having, at this point in time, diabetic or whatsoever, must make sure you have taken your medication this morning, okay? Or else I will not be able to make money. Anyway, okay, so, and finally, the business grew because we started to participate in e-perolehan. The government has got lots and lots of initiatives, and this industry, not many people want to venture because it is highly regulated. It is seriously highly regulated that sometimes when you on your laptop in the morning, you can have a heart attack, all right? So that is this industry, okay? And we grew and grew and grew the business as a retailer. I was making losses about 300 over 1,000 for the first year, and we were making 300 over 1,000 somehow or other the next year on positive note, and the number grows. And one day, I heard the fact that one particular foreign plant up north in Sungai Petani up for sale. So we were just discussing, myself, my sister-in-law, I've got my niece, and I've got few more people. You know, don't worry about crony. You need to have them, you know, because they understand you. So I have my cronies who are practically my sister-in-law, my niece, my brother, family business, okay? So they said, maybe we should try. You see, it is totally different. This is manufacturing plant. So I said, how much? They say 20 million. I said, I sell you, sell you, sell you, sell me. We will not be able to get the 20 million. But you know, nobody wants to give you 20 million. I said, we sign anything as long as we can buy the plant. And he was asking me, do you have experience? Retail, yes. Manufacturing, no. But effort, has. Effort, I have. All right, okay. So, subsequently, he brought us to see one of the conglomerates who happened to nurture entrepreneur, okay? So I went to see, he is currently my boss. I have high respect towards him. And I said, Tan Sri, I said, we don't have experience, we have the expertise, but we have effort. If you could believe and trust in our effort. So he said, okay, you tell me, what have you been doing since you graduated until now? So I'm telling him the actual stories what I was telling you. Yeah, you guys have effort. So he actually, you know, telling me, okay, I will give you the 20 million under corporate entrepreneurial responsibility, that is what it is called today, and see how best that you can do. And I said, Tan Sri, I have a disclaimer to make. We are all technical people. We can do business. We can know all those industry. As far as I am concerned, we can know all whatever that it takes to make sure we are GMP certified, compliance or whatever.
Consumer market around the world is said 18 trillion US dollar. Out of that, 12 trillion is decided by female. 12 trillion. So that means that 2/3, we are the decision maker. Meaning we are the market. We are creating market. Think about it. If you are a CEO of large company, wants to have the piece of bits of that market share, don't you have that the same vision or same viewpoint of decision maker in your company in a key sector, or especially the board member? And she also mentioned that indie woman market. I thought that's interesting as well. Indie woman market. Indie woman means independent woman. In US, over 25 years old females, successful business females, creating a new marketplace. Usually that females spend 4 times, more compared to equivalent male. They love luxury, they like Hermes bag, vacation, second house, boyfriend probably, nice food, alcohol, wines, and everything, right? And that's ended up with 1 trillion US dollar market. Indie woman market, 1 trillion. Huge market. Think about how much we are talking about for any free trade discussion we are talking about. EPA, TPP, not near. So those are the markets we should jump all over it. And especially today, I thought that we should propose. I should propose to you is TPP. We just came close to sign up. And you are the member countries. What new market we can jump all over it and create together?
This is my earliest involvement. So this is, we have cosmetics for teenager. This is where, when I was 12 years old, not now, obviously. So this is for teenager, inspired by us. And in the 12 years, no, not 12 years, 15 years old, I have to sell this cosmetics in the fair, selling cosmetics, explain it to people. So I'm really thankful for this experience to my mom or my family, because this is the way you create the sense of belongings. It must be spread since very young age, cannot be as old, yeah? So this is like the first engagement. I have to develop the products, to sell it, and to become the model of it. So that's an extra point. This is not easy as a personal journey, being the second generation, having the famous the iconic last name Tilar. It struck me like a big stone, when I first joined the company. I thought it's gonna be easy. It's not, because I let people to define me. We have to define who we are as a person. So don't let others define you. Find who you are deep within, because every one of us is already there deep within. Don't look in other places. Yeah, so one fine day for me 10 years ago, it was my awakening moments too. When I said, yes, I can, yes, I will, to continue this as my personal calling or my mission in life. And the universe responds. The door starts open. That's why I can stand before you now until today and never give up. So please, let yourself define you, not others. So that's why I landed. Every day I manage 55 spas around Indonesia, from Aceh to East Nusa Tenggara in Kupang, with more than 5,000 alumni of spa therapists. Every single day we manage that, to provide, to give and present the authentic Indonesian experience. So we develop with the Tourism Ministry of Indonesia the 9 signature treatments of Indonesia, which call ethno wellness. So mostly people know the treatment of Indonesia only Bali and Java, Lulur and Boreh, all the time for many centuries probably. So now we try to revamp yeah, to find more treasures in different parts of Indonesia, like in the North Sulawesi for the Bakera, Okup in North Sumatra. So different parts of Indonesia, they have local wisdom and local signature treatments that also provide health and beauty.
Very, very important. Integrity. My mom told me when she started doing the business, Toshiba business, actually this year is 49 years already, the sales manager came up to her and told her that Kun Nilamon, that's her name, probably we will not succeed in this business because you are too pure. We run the business with only one account book, no more than one. We pay tax. We do everything according to what we have to do. And the sales manager said that how can you compete? How could you compete with others who had many account books? And she said to the sales manager that I have decided to run the business with integrity. I want to prove to the people that running business with integrity, you can succeed, and she can succeed. So I have learned from her that integrity cannot be bought by money, but only hard work and commitment. I believe that our business have passed through many ups and downs, and we still receive a lot of support from our friends, especially from the business friends, because they believe in us, believe in our integrity. Unity with identity. Someone has already mentioned about identity. It's very important that nowadays that no one can work alone. We need partnership. We need alliance. So in the ministerial days, tourism is one of the key now. Last year we received about 35 million international tourists to our country. But we said that if Thailand only work alone, we know that there is no future. So ASEAN countries, Malaysians, Singaporeans, Indonesia, very important. We should grow as a team. But with unity, we must maintain our identity. And not only maintain our identity, we must find our identity. And this is really important because this is the true value of who we are. Red Brick Team. The building of Toshiba Thailand made by red bricks. There's a meaning of this. Why red brick? For my father, he said red brick is coming from Thai soil, coming from Thai factories. It's very easy to maintain. But for my mother, she said that everyone is equal to one red brick. No one is more and no one is less. As a chairperson, I am one red brick. My driver who will pick me up in Bangkok later tonight, also one red brick. We believe, and this is our HR philosophy, everyone, every position has its own value. We want every piece of red brick. We want everyone. And we want to make sure, and we have to make sure that everyone knows that they have value in their work, in the company.
Well, this is Mother Nature, durian. Well, there's many ways that we can do, but today, you see, I'm not only selling durian, not only fruits, I'm selling things, products that made of durian, that, you know, in order for me to comply with the orders. Believe me now, I tell you, I have a lot of orders which I can't comply, especially the Musang King fruits. So what I do is, you know, we have a creative team. We extract the durians and we make products of durians. So this is how we create products that make customer recognize. Besides durians as the fruits, we have durians mixed of mochi, ice creams, and I created the durian pizza and it's selling like hotcake in China, but it's not in Malaysia. So this is what, you know, what we are doing as in advance of what the rest of people are doing. Today market, we have to be innovative. We have to step out of traditional. With my age, I have to cope with IT. With my age now, I have to learn how to use machinery. With my age now, I have to learn something called Industry 4.0. This is all a strange word for me, but I have to do it. Why? Because everybody knows, in a manufacturing company like me, we can't depend on labor, and we have to depend on machinery. But what is good machinery? Well, I have to learn. I have to study. I have to go abroad to understand what are the equipment can assist me to help me to a next level. So whether I like it or not, I have to do it.
So 400% of productivity is possible. And in Japan, and perhaps that's the way you are as well, but our average lifespan become 100 years old. 100 years. We need good medicine. So that means compared to our grandpa, grandma's era, we have to live like 100 years of life, right? Oh my goodness, that's what we are going through because of these smart devices. So that's the one thing. And the second thing is that a miracle happened to my life. So why I'm here? I worked for 5 different IT companies in 4 different countries in the past 25 years. And here I am. But I couldn't make it through because that was a brand new industry. There was no concrete established success path, nothing. You know, Silicon Valley, where is it? What do you say? Microsoft? That's how we started. Cisco, what does it do? That's how we started. There was no Google or Facebook, nothing at that time. We scratch it every morning, we scratch our head. How are we supposed to sell this stuff, right? But that was a great thing. And it was a minor industry at that time. No one even imagined this will grow this fast, this big. So as far as you have some idea, and if you have a good story to attract the customer, you could somehow sell stuff. And because this is a business activity, you could translate your activity or achievement into numbers, revenue, profit. And that is great, right? Because that number talks. Number is universal language. You know, we are not good at translate our effort to numbers. Female are not in that nature. We usually say, oh, we are doing our effort, you know, making an effort, we're doing our best, and, you know, we are shining and everything. But let's not do it. As far as we are in the business sector, let's consider how we can translate to that the language, universal language, where people understand 1 second, that's a number. That's a great thing for the female advancement in business sector. So I was again in that new industry, greenfield, no one knows what's supposed to do, but I was always in a sales position. My number was outstanding in any market. And once in a while, headhunter come to me and propose the position. And I ended up with working for 5 different companies in 4 different countries. But I tell you what, I was desperate because I was a single mother, earning and making a life by myself for my daughter and myself was everything. So that I went anywhere. I call myself as a gypsy in the global ICT market. So that's a digital possible happened to my life.
Diharapkan semua pihak akan bersama-sama menjayakan TMW18 ini. Dan para wanita, rebutlah peluang ini. Wanita gemilang #TMW18.